Hi guys, it's Karen Lynn, the Vitalist Health Coach, and I'm here with two amazing people who are very near and dear to my heart to share their stories about their passions and what they're doing to create very much needed and positive change in our communities. So, Miss Katie, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Katie Wyatt, and I'm the founder of No Rain, No Rainbows. We're a 501c3 organization based in Indiana. We have a care farm with 4 miniature donkeys, and we operate self-worth programs primarily for women and children that have experienced or are experiencing low self-worth, trauma, domestic abuse, and maybe children on the spectrum. So it's really lovely to be here today. Thank you, Karen.
Yay. And
thank you, Bruce. So Karen's been really instrumental to introducing us to some really wonderful people in Indiana, and Bruce is one of them. We really see the value of connecting self-worth programs to nature and to food. Our name, No Rain, No Rainbows, is really about navigating the storm and realizing that the sun is always shining behind the clouds. And so part of bringing in the healthy food was doing a rainbow pharmacy, and Bruce is going to be instrumental to that, and all the healing properties of the foods and all the colors. So yes, it's really nice to be here today, and our hope is you'll want to know more about our organization and connect. So if you've experienced any trauma, low self-worth, grief or loss, and would like to connect one-to-one for counseling sessions or to join one of our programs, either in person or virtually, then we would just really love to hear from you. So yes. Good.
One of the things that I think is so amazing about Katie is her courage to share her personal story as to why she is so passionate about serving an abused and neglected people, because she has her own powerful story that I look at, and she has chosen not to be a victim, but to be that ambassador of health to help people overcome some really crappy things that can happen and do happen to a lot of people. Would you mind sharing some of that with us? Because your story is powerful.
Okay. I guess if you go back to school, I was always someone that lacked confidence, and I ended up in a relationship that was both physically and emotionally abusive. And if you'd have asked me before that, if somebody had hit me, what would I do? I would have said I would leave. But what I found out was not only did I not leave, but it really took away all my confidence and sense of worth. And it was very violent, and actually when I left that relationship it became more violent. So the last time I left hospital, I was gifted a plaque, No Rain, No Rainbows, and I really connected with it, the idea that behind the storms, or navigating those storms, the sun's shining behind the clouds, and it really made me want to give back. And I founded No Rain, No Rainbows here in Indiana, actually, as a 501c3. But what I found through that experience was just how somebody very confident lost all sense of worth and facially was unrecognizable at times, and how many people go through that. So 1 in 3, 1 in 4 in their lifetime will experience abuse. So I guess what comes with that is just such low self-worth and becoming just happy for scraps. And also, normally the person that's the abuser is someone that you really care for and that you love. So it's very complex, and people often don't want to share. So No Rain, No Rainbows, really, if you've been impacted or in that situation now, then we offer one-to-one coaching and counselling, and we offer our workshops and programs, which is the beauty of all of this, is really that everything that we're taught in life is external, that we need to acquire or experience, then we'll be happy, is actually that pot of gold within. And the workshops really help, and the counselling helps, and the nature helps, and the great food helps, and the sense of community helps, and people coming together helps, and all of that just makes a really wonderful ingredients to help empower and bring joy and a sense that you're not alone, and you're together, and that together we get through this and so much stronger. I'm just so keen to give back now, and so keen. There's so many people out there hurting with COVID. People are in their homes, abuse is going up, children have got more challenging situations, so now more than ever it's like we're here So step forwards and let us help support you and navigate that path, and we will do all that we can. And there's nothing better than for a hit of oxytocin than to cuddle a donkey.
Cuddle a donkey. And have amazing, whole, nutrient-dense food that's healing from the earth.
Yes.
Which is where our friend Bruce Webb comes in. And I like to call him the earth regenerator. It's all about regenerative farming and getting back to the old ways that always worked until big farm and big ag came in, and in my opinion has screwed a lot up. But so Bruce can share his story and his passions with you.
Sure. No, thank you, Karen. A regenerator. Cool.
The regenerator.
And that's important. I guess that'd be the first thing to talk about would be, there's so much talk about sustainability. We want everything to be sustainable, but how can we have sustainability without first regenerating the earth? Our organic matter in the soil has gone down from 60 to 80% 100 years ago. Now to some fields are 0.02, 0.01, barely growing grass, and that's scary. So the more we use these temporary inputs and these temporary things, just for profit, very little profit at that, the more I think we're killing our children and killing our grandchildren. So it's very important. It's a sacred duty in my mind, and to regenerate the earth and to educate about it, and to heal our soil. And I think that starts with healing ourselves. So that's very wonderful to work with you and be a part of all this stuff. That sense of community is very inspiring and uplifting. So if any of us ever have issues, we can kind of shoulder that together, and I think we're all passionate about the same things, and that's wonderful. So we're all farmers, and that's what I think. I think we all sow seeds, we all reap fruits, no matter what. So it really starts with our thoughts. We sow a thought, we reap an action. We sow an action, we reap a dream. And we could sow a dream and reap a destiny. I read that a long time ago, and I think that's beautiful. So it's just about watering them and caring for them, and doing the weeding, and that could be within us. Our mind and things we think, our egos. I'd like to not be known as a farmer or I'd rather be a caretaker, or just be a spiritual being inside this vessel that's connected with all of us, and that's just so important to me. But yeah, so I'll be working with Katie. Her husband Johnny's got some equipment, so he's willing to dig out a lot of the soil. And I guess I'm talking about in Indiana, we've got these hard clay soils and stuff that have lost a lot of fertility. So we need to put money into the soil, but we also can do it in a way that we haven't been able to do in the past. With digging, so we can use excavators or backhoes or whatever, and what we're going to do here is dig out the soil about 3 feet, and then mix in compost and peat moss and sand, and then replace it. So we'll immediately have big root systems. I think like a beetroot can reach 4 feet, which is pretty amazing. So if we can have big healthy root systems and good healthy soil, we've got a great start right off the bat. So that's the main thing. If you're getting started gardening, or you're getting started and say, hey, where do I start? Start in your soil. If you put the most money in your soil to begin with, you're going to get a lot out. And that's like anything in life, right? What you put in, you get out, and that's kind of the main thing we're doing here with Katie. Is just starting it out, starting from good foundations.
So absolutely. Well, thank you so much, guys, for sharing your stories with us.
Thank
and
you.
Please let people know where they can find you and how they can reach out to be a part of what you guys are doing.
So our website is www.norainnораinbows.org. You can reach out by email, which is hello@norainnораinbows.org, and we would love to hear from you. We've also got a private Facebook group, so if you're looking for daily inspiration, there's just shy of 700 women on there that have been on our programs. So we'd love to welcome you there, so you can look that up at norainnораinbows.org.
Oh yeah, you can get a hold of me. I don't really have a website or anything. I've got an email, whitedovefarms@yahoo.com, or feel free to text me or call me, 317-605-0000. I've got a few months here. Me and my family are getting ready to make a move to Costa Rica to be a part of an intentional community there and understand what that looks like, and then be a part of regenerating the Machuca Valley there in Costa Rica. So I'll have a few months here where I'd be happy to do some consulting for free even, and share what I have. That's very important to me. I've been very blessed, and I'd like to share that. And I think that's a very real part of community, is we all share this wonderful things together, and there's there's a lot of exchange of good energy and good skills and knowledge. You know, we all come from a different place, and we all come from different places of understanding, and if we can learn from each other and grow with each other, that's perfect. So
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
And we will see you next time.